Hi, welcome on in, everybody. This is me forgetting to take off my glasses again. What a welcome. Hi, I'm
Welcome.
John. This is Pim. We
Hi there.
are the the broadcasting team from Türkiye. We are bringing you the coverage of the WCT Belgium Men's Challenger this year. And we're happy to do it. We are a new company. We've just been formed this year. It took a little bit of hobby, turned a hobby into a company, and now we are broadcasting internationally.
Wow.
We've got we had a team earlier from Korea online, and then we had some Korean fans in there. Now tonight we have Turkey against Poland, so it's going to be quite the eclectic mix. We're looking forward to bringing you to this. We've had some really good matches. We've seen Turkey already twice today. They have played really well.
No, this is the we've seen them one time. And
We've
this is
seen
the
them one
second
time. Yes, this is the second time.
Tomorrow we have a third game of Turkey coming up.
Yeah, so we've and what we've seen today, they've also played on another sheet. We watched that a little bit out in between matches, and they are playing quite strong. They are going to be they're the favorites for this tournament for me. For what I've seen, they're very sharp, very well prepared. Don't let things get to them. Very few mistakes. So it's going to be a tough match for anybody that has to play them.
Yeah. So if you look at let's say the tournament setup, this is the World Curling Tour Belgium Men's Challenger, and we have 3 days of curling ahead of us. Well, day one is almost ready to be wrapped up, but we have this kind of very good game coming up. Turkey against Hertman. This is the game 4 of this day, but tomorrow we have another 4 games, 2 games in the group stage, and then in the afternoon we'll start off with the quarterfinals. Day 3 we'll have semifinals and the final. So that's the schedule. A lot of fun stuff going on. Good curling, group stage, knockout phase. 3 games or 3 days packed with top tier curling, basically.
And already seeing the chat lighting up. We love to see it. You know, welcome on in, everybody. Nacho, welcome back. Glad to have you.
Hey, Nacho, yeah, you were there with this whole game.
Yep. So now he's back for Turkey versus Team Hertman. It's going to be a good matchup, I think. You know, Team Turkey, we saw them earlier and have just been really strong. They're the top-rated team in the WC rankings in this tournament, and they've shown why. They've come in and they have just absolutely dominated the matches that they've played, really hitting their shots, putting a lot of pressure on the other team, and it's gonna be a tough one.
Can I pick my favorite? Because if you're going for Turkey, I think my personal favorite so far has to be the Korean team. So what I've seen in this previous game, when they played so good, they played so strong, they left so little mistakes, basically. You were taking shot of the matches, and at some point you're basically stopping to note down average shot of the match as well. That's a nice hit and roll, but did it actually roll that good? I don't know. Let's not note it. They were the kind of that strong team. They played against the juniors. The Dutch juniors also playing a very good team, but I think Korean team was just out of their league. And yeah, for me, that's my star team. And tomorrow we are going to stream Turkey versus the Korean team Soldier. So that has to be a war of a game.
Yeah, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we've got a good matchup tonight.
Yeah,
I
true,
think that
very much true.
You had a talk with the Polish team,
Correct,
Team Hertman before, and you know what did they have to say?
Well, the first thing they had to say is, let's sit down and let's explain how you pronounce or Polish names correctly. So I had a quick lesson in kind of Polish names, Polish pronunciation. I forgot about half of it, but for instance, Piotr's last name was, I'll try it, Szwiszczyk, but he mentioned you have to pronounce it as if it was a small creek of water transforming into a big waterfall. Szwiszczyk, yeah, like something like that, yeah. But then again, I also asked, like, okay, but what team are you? How do you compete in your country? And basically, for them, this is a big general repetition for the Polish Extra League. That's kind of double round robin in Poland, where all of the kind of teams compete against each other. They are sitting second position in the first half of that double round robin, and they're actually trying to do as good as possible, become champion. And I think if they end up in the first 5 or 8 spots, they get to qualify to become the Polish national team. Some things have changed with the Polish federation there. There's a new national federation replacing the old one. But yeah, that's the kind of ambition they have, to see this as a big training opportunity to go into that Poland Extra League and then see if they can make a shot to become the Poland national team. So maybe we will have an official national team today. Well, I don't want to jinx it, but maybe we have a future national team on stream. Who knows? But we have a national team, the Turkish national team. They performed extremely good at Europeans, and then 6th in the A division a couple of months ago in Sweden. So that's your favorite, and I know why. I mean,
they put on a clinic this morning, and they've just absolutely impressed me. It's just so interesting to watch how they went through, and they just went through their repetitions, went through their shots, and no panic, nothing, didn't even let the other team get much pressure on them. So very, very strong team. I really, really like the way they played. So, and they were nice enough to try to explain to me how to pronounce their names, but I've probably forgotten it all already anyway. So we've got a few more minutes left. We've got Team Hertman is still out there on the ice. They've got probably getting ready. A few more stops. I'm having to squint to see the small preview screen. I'm wearing my glasses because of the reflection. So.
From the looks of the eyes, it looks like they're going to throw their first stone in the draw shot challenge, and that will determine which team gets to start with the hammer. Normally, we try to reach out to somebody from the curling club Zemst officials here, but it's hard to get that information into the booth. But yeah, to know which team has the hammer, there's a more simple way. Just see who actually
goes first. Yeah.
And that's the way we figure it out. That works as well. I mean, it's better than you
things down. Yeah,
because this morning I lost John. Suddenly he was gone for over 10 minutes. I was looking for him, and he was on the ice just taking some notes.
No, I was helping out. They did not have anybody else, and so they kind of dragged me into it, but not realizing that we were already live and talking to people. So we told them, hey, find someone else. They found someone else, and so here I am.
Yeah. So to the people watching and tuning in into the World Curling Tour channel, this is us. This is Korea. You will see us tomorrow and on Sunday. And if you want to kind of follow what's happening here at the Curling Club Zemst, we also have social media. This is where we post schedules and also game results and some behind the scenes material. We have a lot of social medias. We have YouTube, obviously, because, well, we're a streaming company.
Yeah.
We have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Because, yeah, we're also... we're not boomers.
We're dancers.
We're dancers. We're influencers. Yeah, but we have shot of the matches. Maybe, John, let's explain to the audience what the shot of the match is and why it's so important to the teams out there.
Well, it's a bit of a showcase. We try to take the best, most impressive shot. It's not always the match-winning shot. Sometimes it's just something that looks really cool. It's a very difficult shot. So we try to get it out there, post it out there, let the team tag the teams in it. They can spread it out so it gets more awareness of their play, it gets more awareness of what we're doing here at Kurdia and we've been doing a lot with the Belgian match turn up this weekend. So we're going to have I'd probably get to them on Monday, since I am also the editor, broadcaster, and technician, so it takes a while for me to get to them, but they will come out next week. We tag all the teams, and I'll have a load of content after. We're going to be broadcasting 10 matches, so we're going to have 10 shots at least, and if I feel up to it, maybe we'll make a highlight video of all the best shots from the whole weekend.
Yeah, so if our family is watching, don't worry, we're alive, we're fine. You're not going to see us that much, but, well, we get nurtured here real good at the club. They have good catering. So we'll survive, but that's just one big sacrifice to the curling community. We're just bringing this out of love for the sport. That's our general motto, and of course because we like it as well.
Yeah.
Mentioning that shot of the match hashtag, we also have another hashtag. Isn't that right, John?
Yes, Anamik has already put it in the chat.
Yes.
So hashtag John is wrong, hashtag John is right. You're probably never going to use that second one, but I make guesses on things, and, I'm often wrong. Sometimes I'm not really paying attention to the game as much as I should be, and I miss some calls. And so, it happens.
Yeah.
But if you see anything like that, if you see anything cool, you see me make a funny mistake, throw a note in the comments.
We are watching chat, yeah.
We'll watch it. We'll answer any comments, questions, concerns. It helps us go back, really, and find those cool moments and make little videos for it, and it really helps us out. So we hope you guys have fun. That's the important part, is we are here to entertain you. Just imagine it's a couple guys who like curling, sitting around, having a drink, although it's only water. I hope you have your favorite beverage, a nice comfy place to sit and get ready to enjoy some really good curling. It looks like they are getting ready to go do their LSDs. So maybe we'll go take a look at those, get
We'll
a
have
little
a
sneak peek at the ice.
Sneak peek at the ice. Almost 8 o'clock, prime time Friday evening. And here we go. This is Team Hertman setting up for their LSDs. So this is not the first stone in the game. This is actually their LSD, their draw shot challenge.
So, yep, stands for last shot draw, and it's a last stone draw maybe. Never quite sure what it means, but they're trying to figure out what each team throws one counterclockwise and clockwise, and then they take the average or the total distance from the center point of the house. Whoever has the lowest gets the hammer. Very nice stone.
Example of how a team executes at the draw shot challenge.
Yep.
We're not that impressed. I mean, it's touching the red. I mean, should have been on the pin, but we'll accept it because that was just practice. Of course, this is their general reputation. I'm sure they will do much better in the Polish Extra League.
Now, see the difference between this tournament and our our regular leagues. We use this in Belgium, but in Belgium we just measure from the edge of the stone. It's a lot faster that way. But here on the WCT, they measure from the center of the stone. So just because that's right over the pin, that does not mean that's 0 centimeters away. So they have to actually using a laser finder to do this, and then they have a Gary has an app for it. He plugs in the two distances, and it'll tell him exactly how far that stone is from the center of that stone is from the center of the ice.
Sometimes I just think Gary is not actually using his calculator, but he's just Googling like, what is curling? Quick guide into curling. I think that's what's happening right now. We can't really watch what he's doing on screen. We might try and do a peek, but the first LSD, the first measurement at least, and then he has to repeat his action on over at sheet B and over at sheet A, because we have 2 other matches going on today as well.
Actually, when do the Italians play? They are playing
on the B sheet
right now. Yep. So the other team. So we'll keep you up to date on the Italians as well. We'll keep together up all the matches. So we have on sheet B, it's Team Odorizzi, the Italians against the men's Hungarian team, and then over on sheet A, we have another one of the Belgian teams, Team Dalla against Team Seoul. So we'll keep you guys up to date on those matches as they progress. Because the measurement takes a little bit longer and there has to be an official measure, the other matches get held up a little bit whenever they do these these measurements.
So if you're wondering why some people get cold on the ice, it's because now they have a period of almost 10 minutes where they don't sweep. They just waited for Gary, the official tournament organizer, to put all of the raw shots, make it official. And it's important because it depends. There's a lot of importance riding on that shot. It depends which team gets to pick the hammer. Actually, do they take the hammer, or are they offered the option to pick the hammer?
I believe they have the option. But since they can't, but since they can't pick stones, I mean, I've never seen anybody not pick the hammer, but they have the option. So this one, not quite as good as their first one, but it is in the house. It does count. It's probably going to be somewhere around 180 centimeters, this one.
180 centimeters.
Yeah, and I think the one that was on the button, it was probably going to be somewhere around like 8. Because we have to remember it's the middle of the stone and it's not the edge, so that middle is closer to that edge of the house than, and the edge of the house is 185.4 centimeters.
Our tournament director, Harry, measuring the stone and trying to figure out digital devices. They have touch interfaces, they have screens. For a man of his age, could be a little bit confusing, of course.
Hey, watch the ages in
Yeah,
here.
maybe, but we can actually read the measurements right there. I'm reading 171.9. I don't know.
I'm not.
It's
It's the red numbers at the bottom. I was looking at the white one is at the top. So,
but then the question remains: who gets to pick the hammer?
all right, put your guesses. It looks like. Nope, they're just sliding out. So who knows? It's like they're teasing me. They're getting into position to get on the hack, and it's just they're just pushing out to get a
Beautiful
last
sliding.
little slide. So it looks like Team Hertman is throwing first. So
Correct. So a hammer goes to Team Türkiye.
my boys, I'm gonna butcher their name, but I'm gonna support them all the way through tonight. I'm gonna try to be biased. Or unbiased. Let's say. I'm gonna try to be so one-sided. No,
That was a Freudian slip-up.
I would like to see both teams play really well. I'd like to see a good match that goes all the way to the last stone.
And we're off. Game or stone number 1 and number 1, game number 4. 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock Belgium time, because we're sitting here in the Belgium curling arena, curling club Zemst.
Midway between Brussels and Antwerp.
Two biggest
Very
cities.
lovely area.
Yeah.
No waiting around with these guys. It just jumps straight into it, ready to go before the stone is stopped. So we might actually get home at a decent hour tonight.
Yeah, who knows?
Then we get to do it all over again tomorrow. I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
This is going to be a nice stone getting right into the house. Going to stay up high and get behind the guard. Very good stone there. Yeah, Team Hertman going to go right in behind, go right up against it so they can try to play it away later. Maybe even just go straight after it now. Note the casual use of maybe and might, so I can't be wrong because it's just a guess.
Just a guess. Hey, we have Timo Verreken also joining today on stream. I guess Team Verreken played all of their games today, and then they get to sit back and relax and watch some actual curling.
This one's going to carry just behind the tee line. A little bit out in the open there, so...
So Timo, how were your games so far? We haven't had Timo and Team Verreken on stream. We were scheduled out of the broadcasting sheet, so we don't really know how you're performing right now, but we can just ask you in person.
Trying to sweep this one to get it to fall, but is it going to curl enough? No, it doesn't. A rare miss from Team Türkiye. They were hitting everything early on. Now, they did play early this morning.
Yeah, true.
They played their first 2 matches this morning.
Has been a long day for the guys.
Now, the sitting around here in the clubhouse isn't much of a break. 1-1. Well, that's good. You win 1, you lost 1. That's
average.
I think a win pretty much guarantees you're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're playing in the B group, which means they're automatically qualified for the quarterfinals. There's only one team eliminated after this group stage. Team that ends up 5th position in the A group. Important for the seeding. So I think if you're Team Verreken and you want to survive the quarterfinals, then you might want to avoid having to play against one of the top teams here. Unless, of course, you want to play against the top teams and have that practice.
This one's Just gonna catch it. Oof, good effort there. Just couldn't hold it. Slides through.
Unfortunate.
It does tap it a little bit more open, makes it more accessible, so Team Hertman here is gonna have to put up a guard. And Lucas, I see you. Hello. Sorry I didn't say hello earlier. And Yukinom, I hope I say that right. Welcome on in. Trying to say hello to everybody that comes in. Don't want to leave anybody out. Alright, they wanted that one a little bit deeper, but I think that's still going to do good enough to protect. There is a little bit of a run back here, and I think the skip from Team Türkiye has seen that. Trying to line up the stones when he needs to do. Oh, that's only on Twitch, Lucas.
Yeah, I noticed that both the Turkish team and the Polish team shared the announcement on their socials, so maybe they have fans in their home base tapping into the stream and rooting for their team.
If you're out there, welcome. Love to have you. All right, so cleared that one away. Gonna give this one an opportunity to take out, possible hit and roll. Okay. Not much of a window here on that inside, on that center line side, but they're going for it. He's gonna clear the guard. Curls over. Oh, what a beautiful stone. Fantastic.
First option for a shot of the match, perhaps?
That is.
We have a poll running on our Instagram in one of the stories where you can vote which team you think is going to win today. And currently we have 11 votes for Team Türkiye and 6 votes for Team Hertman. So slightly bigger fan base in Türkiye, or maybe just people that
or more confident fan base. Yeah,
could be. It's not too late.
Seeing some excellent stones to start off with, so I'm gonna try to split this guard here, run him back, open it up. Yep, it does leave the shooter as a guard in front of the yellow, but it's stone. Run that one back and be there at advantage. Team Hertman going for a draw here. They want to put something in between their yellow and the and that red guard. I hope I'm going to say this right. Hello, Katarina. He's supporting Team Hertman there. Glad to have you. Alright, this one just comes up a little bit short. Doesn't get that depth or curl over that they needed, because even in front of that redstone would have been okay, but this one just comes up right alongside, so opportunity here for Türkiye to get this one back, run it back. Reaping this one hard. Calls him off. Oh, very nice.
Beautiful run back.
Very nice. Unfortunately, that's going to slide out the side. Ooh, but does stay in, and I think that might still be shot.
I think it is.
Excellent stone there. Both teams coming up with some real beauties to start off with.
Yeah, it's our first on-stream impression of Team Hertman. I think they also had one win and one loss so far.
Yeah, their previous match before this was against the Belgian team, Team Dala, and it was a real back and forth the early part of the match, from what I could see on the scoreboard, but then they found their stones and started scoring and ended up taking the win. So they're coming off a victory here, giving them some good feelings. Although they're coming directly in, no rest, so maybe we're gonna see if Team Türkiye's rest is gonna give them an advantage, or if Team Hertman's coming off of being like playing and still warm and still in the zone.
Needs to curl a lot to get behind of the guards.
Well, they try to work it over, gets it a little bit, but no, it stays exposed, just a little bit wide there. Really good weight sitting, you know, in front of the tee line, just stayed outside.
Hitting straight for the guard.
Oh, no. Falls right onto the guard, catches it over. Spills into the house. But it is swept out the back. Nope, then comes around the back's biting. So it's still touching the house over there, but as of now, Team Hertman is sitting shot. They're going to try to do something to protect it. Get something... Little discussion about what they want to do. Looks like final decision is to put up a guard. Not 100% convinced, I think, on either of those shots, but now's the time to commit. If that's what you chose, that's what you commit to. Make sure this stops. Signaling it might be a bit outside. Might be a little bit deep. They don't want this offset. Opening here to double it out. To get these two away and the shooter stays, then Team Türkiye will score 2. Those 2 at the edge he's biting aren't deep enough. There's a yellow one tucked up against the red that's about halfway in. Here we go. Hammerstone of the first end. Sweeping this, I want to hold it.
Wow, beautiful double there.
Oh.
But is it good enough? Red is sitting
I
shot,
don't know. Is that yellow?
Is the yellow one better? Is it going to be your first measure of the day?
They're gonna look at it from this angle. Oh, it's so hard to tell.
I can't tell. I have to kind of watch and see if the teams can decide.
So it's at least one red.
At least one, and then I think they're gonna measure. It looks like they are taking out the stones that are uncontested.
Yeah.
And are they going to measure themselves, or is it a tournament official that has to come over and do the measurements?
They should measure themselves. It's only if they can't agree on the measurement do they bring over an official.
Yeah. Well,
actually they left that other yellow one as well, so they're not even convinced that. To me, that one's a little bit further out than the red, but
yeah,
just to it makes sense to include it there just in case.
So
look at this, we get excitement.
Yeah, we have some excitement
straight away. The first end.
And here it is, the measurement device.
Good stones, both from both teams. The fancy measuring device. Don't even know if this has a name.
Measuring device. Self-explanatory, right? To calibrate it.
But it should have a cool name like the Flargen stick or or something.
Yep. Trying to...
We need to have a media day with everyone. Watch the camera angles.
So, measuring at first stone right there.
I hope I'm saying your name right. Big supporter of Turkey. It's very hard to read. It's moving a lot. That was all the way around, plus...
Now they're measuring that second stone, because that one was easier to measure.
That yellow is out, so... I don't even know if it's touching, can't tell.
Have they... No, they have to remeasure that first stone again. Compare it again.
So I make sure.
Alright,
Yeah,
one red.
Definitely one red. Or two reds.
Two reds, yeah.
Oh, good opening end from Türkiye there. Take two.
Yeah.
Handshakes all around.
Always nice if you get to bring in that measuring device. It creates some suspense. Of course, it's just first end. More dramatic if this happens with the last stone in the 8th end.
Alright, while we're waiting for this end to get going, over on sheet B, Team Hungary took one in the first end over the Italians over Team Odorosi. And over on sheet A, Team Dala scored one over Team Seoul.
Oh, so Team Dala is winning the first end against Team Seoul?
That is correct.
Okay, well...
And it was a steal of one.
Wow, that's impressive.
Gets into the top of the house. Team Hertman not going to take the bait. Going to draw their own off to the corner. Or are they?
Or I don't think they are taking that bait. Looks like they're going for a corner guard.
It goes into the house. This is going to give Team Türkiye an opportunity. Just going to take this one out, try to hit and roll underneath. Gets the hit. Not quite enough roll, but it's offset enough that maybe they like to try the double here. I would like to see the double here. That would be a shot of the match candidate.
Yeah, true.
Trying to get this one to fall over just a little bit more. There it goes.
That's 1, 2, and there is your double. Maybe.
Just not out of the house, but I'm still gonna click it because that was still an impressive shot.
Yeah, I was impressed. I think they're indicating this one is hard. I don't know if they, when they point one finger, what they mean with that gesture. But it did its job.
Yeah.
Took out the yellow stone.
Depending on which finger it is.
Not taking that bait.
Trying to sweep that one over. Just get it there. Is it going to have enough juice to get out of the house? It does. Good stone there.
Still, he looked disappointed.
Yeah, it was a bit wide. It needed a bit of help to get over, but it did catch it and gets the job done. But I think these guys are used to playing at such a high level, they don't want to just get the job done, they want to get the job done perfectly.
Going.
Clearing their own out of the house, playing for a blank end, possibly. They didn't like that stone to use themselves, so they're like, let's get rid of it so Team Hertman can't do anything with it either.
This one is coming out.
A little heavy. Goes through the house with a little help from the skip. I always love to see the skip sweep, even if it is just to pull a stone out through the back of the house. He's working hard to get this one down. Just biting the top of the house. There's a sweeper stone right there. Good work. Good work. Now, why aren't they all huffing and puffing like we do? I have to sweep that length of the ice. I'm gonna have a heart attack and die. These guys are in much better shape than me. Need this one to curl over. Just stays a little bit open. Well, for these guys, this is open. For me, not so much. Yes, I can see it. Can you do anything with it? Not really.
I'm not going to take that risk. Whereas here in these kind of games, if they see an edge of the stone, they're gonna hunt it like predators.
We gotta try to run this one straight back. There we go. Catches that out.
Clean play there from Türkiye.
Nice stone, yep. And the shooter stays out of the house, but it does sit as a guard, so you're gonna see Hertman try to go for it again. Once it crosses that center line, it really starts to fall, so they want to try to sweep this, make sure it gets around that guard.
And it's around the guard and the house.
Just sneaks behind it.
Oh. Whew. And you see the sweeping on there. I mean, they actually got out behind the guard.
Yes. Well-deserved fist bumps for the sweeps there.
Yep.
Sorry about the bump on my head microphone. Alright, clears them out. Shooter sits in the house though. Just biting the house a little bit. It seems like Team Türkiye, they opted to go, they decided to go for a blank midway through and they've just held to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've had opportunities to set up scores, but decided we're just going to stick to this plan, and I can respect that. They're playing for a blank or a force of 1. Would be ideal for them. Give 1. The old curling strategy.
Yeah, curling is simple. It's a simple game. If you just apply that strategy, you have to win every game. But it's harder to execute. It's simple on paper. The proof.
This one is falling over. That's actually going to tap Türkiye deeper in and leave them with the guard. So we're going to see last skip stone for Türkiye. They're just going to try to put this, like, just biting the top of the house. They don't want to allow Team Hertman to get deeper by playing a hit and stick or a takeout. So just want to make sure that this one's slightly in the house, so they have to choose which one they're going to go for. Ooh, sweepers are working hard on this one, but nope, too light. Just decided to let that go. They were never going to carry it into the house, so now they're huffing and puffing.
Yeah. Oh, he's tired.
He's tired. Yep, he's ready for sleep.
Well, it was an early morning game for them, the 9 o'clock session, and now we're out here 8 o'clock in the evening. It has been a long day. I don't know the time difference between Erzurum and Brussels. 1 or 2 hours.
Yep. So it's definitely late for them too. Poland is 1 hour ahead.
I think it's 1 hour, yeah.
Yep. That's a little bit more ice here. No.
Oh, and big miss here from Team Hertman, and
Deal of 1 for Team Türkiye.
yeah, did not expect this to happen.
Yep, these things happen. Sometimes it's those most wide to the tend to get you. So in between ends here, looking over on sheet B. Oh, Team Ororozzi, the Italians, scored 4 in the second. They lead 4-1 in the third. Big end from the young Italians over there. So here, heading into end number 3, Team Türkiye leads 3-0 over Team Hertman. Gonna play nicely into the top of the house. Just biting about halfway. I suspect Team Hertman is going to be playing out to a corner guard.
Looks a bit wide, maybe.
Bit over curled, yeah. They seem to want this one high, but then again, it just keeps sliding and sliding and sliding. Eventually stops. It is quite wide. Just gonna play a tap and roll here. Try to hit this one on the nose. Push their stone just slightly further back, leaving the other one in place as a guard. Slides out just a little bit. But now that that front stone is a guard out in front of the house on the center line, Team Hertman may not be able to take the risk of going at it. Because if they knock that one off the center line, then their shooter gets replaced, and or the stone gets replaced and the shooter goes out, and nobody wants that. Really sweeping this one hard to get it down.
It's just touching the house, I think.
And it's behind the guard, yeah. They're looking at it, trying to get an idea. Not so easy to tell from the angles that we've got. Here it looks like it's significantly out, but you have to look over the top and look straight down, and not easy to say.
Nope.
Double up the guard up front. Over curls a little bit. They wanted that one hanging out over a little bit more over the center, that stone in the back, but
So I think Hertman looking to clean up the fields, make sure they have a more open house going into the second part of this end.
Just misses that double there, trying to split both of those guards off.
Yeah.
Does open it up though, makes it a little bit more dangerous for Team Türkiye, but is he hanging loose? He's talking about his trip to Hawaii, and they just hang loose, brah.
Yeah.
No idea what he's doing with that hand signal.
Yeah.
It's something. Probably not hang loose though.
No. Maybe it's a gesture that Polish fans might be able to translate for us.
Just covering up the yellow guard here. I think they might have wanted that one a little bit over the middle. I smell hot dogs.
Yeah, I think they're preparing hot dogs here.
Oh, good. I'm not having some kind of medical event.
Yeah.
You smell it too, so that must mean they exist.
It's like the first symptom of having a heart attack. I smell hot dogs, and then you go, whoop.
No, they say one of the first symptoms of a stroke is you smell toast.
Okay.
But it's just become a joke that I say if I smell food and I don't see it, it's like, am I okay? Or is there really...
Alright. Hertman going for a second attempt to do some cleanup there.
Ooh, this one's falling quite a lot. Are they going to be able to hold it?
Yes.
Just nudges the guard. Honestly, they would have been better if it had missed that top guard. I think it might have caught that stone in the back, but...
Trying to figure out where they're missing the stones. What's the kind of the cause of the slight misses?
Where did it go wrong? Yep. That one seemed to curl a lot more than they expected. I just want to cover up the center line here. Trying to make sure it gets over the hog. But then it's going to fall too far. Fill a gap there. It's narrower. Certainly narrower. But I'm fully confident in anybody playing in this tournament to be able to fit it through that gap.
Yeah.
Although Pavel Hertman looking for possibly a double there. Nope, gonna go just play at this one back there. Seems to be drifting a bit outside. Well, that's one way to do it.
Well, look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's an interesting way of creating a totally different situation here in the house.
Not so sure that was the plan. Oh, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the plan, but hey. Sometimes you just gotta take what you're given. Still have those two. There's a red one and a yellow one just sitting around the edge of the house,
Quietly waiting for their opportunity
not
to
quite
shine.
sure if it's in. This one's gonna be easily move it away. Does hit on that back one and spills them both out. So house may or may not be clear. We don't know. Cannot confirm nor deny.
I think that first red one seems to be biting in the house.
That one seems to be more definite than the yellow one.
Yeah, we don't know for sure for the yellow one. Hope we don't have to remeasure again.
I do. 8 ends of measuring.
Yeah. This stream is sponsored by measuring instruments.
Does give me an idea about companies we can contact for looking for potential sponsors. Why not have a tool company be the official measuring device?
That could be a kind of cool sponsorship opportunity. Like this shot was secured, or we know the correct shot was caught thanks to this company.
So if you're out there
And you have money.
and you work for a tool company that looking for sponsorship opportunities, we've got them. Contact us at Kurdia.tv.
We are happy to accept your funds, and we can use it to invest in better equipment, audio devices, mics for the skips,
Lamborghinis, hot tubs, trips to Aruba. You know, all the necessities.
right?
Nice little lightweight takeout there. Gets it a little bit buried behind the guard. They wanted that one to fall over just a little bit more to get behind both those guards, but still quite
Well executed there.
well executed shot.
Yeah.
Now I just feel like I'm being nitpicky, and I kind of have to be because these guys are so good. It's like they make very few mistakes, so we have to kind of a little. I would kill to throw just about any of these stones that they've been throwing tonight.
And the double takeout is there. A little positive release, so that should have the weight.
Just want to make sure that it's going to get around the guard. Is it going to hit in the right spot? Ooh,
misses.
just didn't fall enough. It slides directly over the top of that thread. Good effort. That's a tough stone. I mean, no matter how good you are, that's such a tough stone. The margins are so tight. Here we go, Team Türkiye's last stone of this end. Trying to put some pressure on Team Hertman again.
Nicely behind the guards, and they can get it in the house. Maybe it's going to be close. I don't think it's in the house.
It's
no,
just short, over curled a little bit. Now you have to wonder, is Team Hertman going to go for one? Are they going to try to
they wanted
play
in the
for
house,
a blank? Or they're just going to try to draw? Looks like they're going for the draw here. Just has to get into the red. Lightest bit in the red will give them one, which I don't think Team Türkiye will be all that disappointed with, to be honest. We'll give them back the hammer with a 2-shot lead. All right. I do quite enjoy seeing the different teams and their hand signals for what they consider for different power shots.
Yeah.
You know, some use their arms, some put it on their legs, some use the whole body.
But important stone for Team Hertman here. They're down 3 stones. And this is their 8th stone.
I need this one to go. Trying to get this one to curl over.
This looks good, but will the shooter stay? That's the big question here.
No, I don't think they wanted it to.
And that's the reason why Türkiye wanted that last stone in the house, because now we have a blank house, and otherwise we would have seen a steal of one, but that's not the case. We have a blank house.
No. Well, I think that Hertman decided to take that blank there. I think they decided that giving up one and taking one and giving back the hammer wasn't worth it. So
yeah, maybe
if they could get that blank, they keep the hammer. Maybe they can set themselves up for a bigger scoring end on this one. So as we head into the 4th, Türkiye remains in front 3-0 over Team Hertman. Very good end from both teams there. Very strategic. Good play on both sides. Good stones. Kind of a gutsy decision by Team Hertman to go for the blank there. It wasn't an easy shot. There goes.
have to get it on the center line, and there it is.
There it goes. The no tick rule is in effect.
This seems way too heavy. And
quite deep, a little bit outside of where they wanted it as well. got options here. Going to try to draw it onto the button behind their guard, or if it's too heavy, they can rest it up against that, use the backing of the yellow stone there, so...
And that's somewhere in between those players.
Somewhere. Right there, right on the button. Just
There
a
it
little bit
is.
behind the T line. It is covered, but I think I see Team Hertman going to basically do that same shot. This one seems a bit heavy. Not gonna curl enough. Yep, you see the skip pointing to the sky.
Yeah.
Usually not a good sign. And it sails through. Sails through the house. Opportunity here for Team Türkiye to do the same thing. Sure thing, Mats. Mats wants to know the scores on the other ones, so let's see. On sheet B, but I'll do that after this one comes to a stop.
Yep.
This one's curling around nicely. Oh, that's going to get nicely behind the guard. It's going to come up just
Very good stone. Very
just
good
a
stone.
little bit short of the house,
Yeah.
but still a pretty good stone.
Yeah, I was hoping it would bite the blue. It's not.
No.
I think that's also the reason why they're not really happy with the stone, or they seem to be slightly unhappy.
All right, over on sheet B, Team Odorosi, the Italians, stole one in the third, so they now lead 5-1 in the fourth end. We see the Pavel Hertman setting up for asking for a takeout. They're going to try to clear this center open. Somewhere behind our scoreboard there. Is this one gonna fall enough to run straight back? It's gonna run, it's gonna catch that other one. Clears out the two red guards, leaves the shooter there at a good spot, in a good spot for Team Türkiye to use, but still helps break some of that up. All right, Matson, then a quick update over on sheet A. Let's see. Team Dala scored one in the third, but through three, Team Seoul is leading 3-2 over Team Dala. Just comes up a little bit short. I think they were going to try to freeze that against that red. Now it sets up a possible double here. really screaming for them to sweep there.
Catching the red one, but
just falls over a little too much. Misses by like a centimeter. Unfortunately, runs their own yellow out of the house.
yeah, you can't say that Team Hertman is playing bad. Just they're up against a very good opponent here that doesn't really miss that much.
No, I mean, a lot of their stones have been very close, just off, and countless times in curling matches, you know, you're off a centimeter and it might as well be a kilometer because it just leaves an opening, or you miss a takeout or a run back like that. So it's an unforgiving sport. Not quite sure what they're gonna do here. Try to put this up next to the yellow, freeze it against it. Seems a bit light.
This one will tap the guard. Split open a little bit. Not sure what to think of the stone.
It's definitely not what they wanted. I think, yeah, they definitely wanted that deeper. It's not terrible because it does take that top yellow from a run back, which would have always been a really difficult run back, but it didn't quite have the effect that they needed it to. This one's going to get around the guards. Is it going to get down there deep enough? They're going to do their best to sweep it in there. They want to get it as deep as they can. Gets into the house. Not quite where they wanted it. Not quite sure what they're going to do here. It kind of indicated they were going to draw something in front of those two yellows. Gonna see. Sometimes when you see teams and they're talking and they're pointing at stuff, they're generally talking about their second option. They already know what their first one's going to be.
Yeah. Is it across the guard line? There it is. It's a guard.
It's a guard. Yeah, it takes out a little bit. Still have some room for Team Hertman to get over. We have another Team Hertman fan. Good to have you in the chat. It's been a very good match. Very tense. Not as one-sided as the score might say.
Yeah, Team Hertman looking for options here. Preferably they want to score more than 1 point in this end, because I think just scoring 1 point in a hammer end when they're 3 stones down is something they would consider not a successful outcome.
Nope, they can't afford to spend too many ends.
Not sure with Hertman.
Christoph, welcome. Here's from Team Stitch from Poland. They're rooting for Team Hertman. Welcome on in. And Nacho over in our other chat, he's rooting for Team Hertman as well. Very good stone there. Opens things up. Gonna give them a chance to do something in this end. It's gonna force Türkiye to do something here. I think they might try to clear both of these stones out, or at least one of them, to prevent it running back. Maybe tuck in their stone right on top of it. They have options. Here we go. First skip stone. Looks like they're going for the takeout route. Very nice stone.
Yes.
Very clean removal of both of those. Really like that one. Making a note, clicking my button. Very, very clean stone there.
So no more yellow stones in the house so far. Then again, they have an open house. But since Hertman is looking to score 2 or more points, that's a good lineup there in the house for Türkiye.
Yep.
But the fans believe in the last 2 stones, the skip stones of Hertman. It's not over yet. Still have stones in play. Being down 3 is also not the worst. It's just 3.
No, but they don't want to get too much further because their ends are ticking by. We're already through.
Yeah, this is
the 4th, so
halfway the game after this stone, or after this.
ooh, this one seemed to just die right there, right where that heater spot is. So ooh, it's gonna give.
I think Türkiye might try and draw behind the guards and then freeze up against their shot stone.
Yeah, that could be.
They have some room on the pin to place a stone there. And that would be a very dangerous situation for Hertman if Türkiye actually pulls this off.
Yep. Setting 2 frozen stones on the button, on the pin. No way to get rid of them. Sweeping it through the zone there, getting around.
Can they get it deep enough? I doubt it. They're sweeping hard to get it as deep as they can. It's sitting slightly behind the guards.
But it's
does it leave it
covered?
Yeah.
Team Hertman is from Poland.
Yes.
All right, so this is Hertman's opportunity. They need to score here, so we're going to try to draw this one in right there on the button.
Important stone here. And they have the room to draw, and they have the backing. So this It looks easier. It's so easy to just say, just put it there, but then you have to execute it. Immediate sweeping there.
Definitely sweeping this one for line, because as soon as it starts to fall, a curl, it just curls.
Skip coming over to help sweep.
Now they gotta make sure it gets down there.
Looks like it's going to curl, but is it going to be deep enough? It's starting to
it's starting to
drop dead.
Oh,
it's not deep enough, and it's not even deep enough to avoid that
steal of 2. That was a steal of 2 for Team Türkiye. Wow.
And that
big
was
turnaround there.
Big turnaround, like the difference between scoring a point or giving 2 with that last draw shot.
Yeah.
Very, very harsh. And then
no, not the result we expected. I was really excited for a tighter match. Not that this is, I don't think this is a blowout. I think it's much closer than the score looks. But you know, Türkiye with the commanding 5-0 lead halfway through this match. You know, it's just been off by a little bit for Team Hertman, so they've got to find their rhythm. Hope they can get back into it, and start playing well.
Yeah, they need just one break, one kind of good end to get back in the game and boost their morale.
You know, Nacho, the team is going to appreciate your enthusiasm and sticking with them.
Yeah.
I love to see it. I want this one down into the house. Not quite into the house, and just crosses us, sits on the center line.
Center line, so that's a good center guard.
No tick rule is in effect. I think this is going to be a pivotal end for Team Hertman here.
Yep.
If they don't get on the board, it could be an early evening for them.
Yes, as commentators, we don't really want to pick sides, but you always more or less sympathize for the team that's struggling or the team that's the underdog. But on the other hand, you have to give credit to how well Turkey is performing. They absolutely deserve their lead. They're a very strong team.
Oof, that's not a good way to get started.
No.
A little frustration in the sweepers there.
Yeah, curling seems like a slow sport, but when you're in it and you're sitting behind, it can feel like a train. You don't have that much time to recover in between ends. You have to make sure that you recover while playing and forget about what went wrong and move on to the second stone or the third and the fourth until you're back in the game. A beautiful setup here for Türkiye.
Really
nice guards and a stone close to the pin.
Right in front of the tee line as well, so yeah, good stone there.
Hertman having to chase again in this end. It's very clear that Türkiye is controlling the game so far. Annemiek is asking how is Team Dalla doing so far? So maybe some quick updates over on the other sheets.
All right, quick update. So sheet B. Team Motorosi with another steal, a stole of 3 in the 4th end, so they lead 7-1 after 4.
That's big.
Over on sheet A, Team Seoul scored 3 in the 4th, and they now lead 6-2 over Team Dala in the 5th end.
All right.
We have another fan for Team Türkiye in the chat. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Serkan. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. I wonder if the people from Turkey are coming from all over Turkey, or they have their fans from their Erzurum curling club home base. At least I assume Erzurum is their home base. I noticed that in the bios of some of the players.
This one curled around. This is a nice stone.
Very nice stone, yeah.
Gonna come up just a little bit light, though. It's not second shots. So we seem to skip from Team Türkiye, just kind of tap his broom out and say, let's put something in between that red and yellow, keep them from using it. Kind of cleaning it lightly. Even there, not quite overlapped, but it does take that yellow one out of play for Team Hertman to really do anything with. Potential double here. It's quite flat, so it's going to need some good amount of pace on it.
We'll know soon enough whether this double is going to change the course of this end and maybe turn the tie for Team Hertman. Seems light and think it's going to hit that guard. It is.
And spreads it out, so helps Team Türkiye even more. You see them, they're going to try to draw this one around. Put something else in the house there behind those guards. Oh, Elijah Farrow Carter, welcome. Hello from the States. Hello from Belgium, excuse me.
Yeah.
Glad to see you enjoying it and got hooked on the sport. Well, we here at Kurdia TV, we broadcast quite often on YouTube with all of our league matches and challenge series from Belgium. And we've been expanded in here. We're doing this, we've broadcasting this tournament for the WCT that's happening here in Belgium. And hopefully we'll be expanding into other countries as well. But look for us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. We post things all over the place, but all of our streams, live streams, are here on YouTube. If you do have access to Canadian TSN, they broadcast a lot of curling as well. But they might be region locked to Canada, so not 100%. Trying a difficult run back there, didn't quite work, but it does open it up again, so officially we started this last September, Nacho. But we started doing things. So I used to do some streaming on Twitch of video games, and then during the Corona, and then once curling season opened back, the curling halls opened back up, I did a few test streams on my Twitch channel, and people seemed to like it. So we kind of got the idea, like, hey, what if we try doing something with it? So we streamed a bunch of matches at the end of last season, so last spring. but then we decided to move it over in something official and created Kurdia in September.
Yes, so now we're an official company offering streaming services to mostly the Belgium Curling Association, Belgium Curling League, and then Curling Club Zemst, and hopefully expanding to some other tournaments or leagues maybe in the future.
Yeah. So in the Belgian league, it's a bit of an unusual league. We have 2 divisions, and we have teams from Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France at the moment. Next season, there's rumors that a team from England and a couple of teams from Germany are going to be joining the league. So we're going to be quite a regional league here in Europe.
Ooh, that was unexpected.
I believe they were trying the run back there, so I just realized that was Team Hertman.
Yeah.
I thought it was a mistake from Team Türkiye, but no, that was a plan there.
Yeah.
I think they may have overhit it, but they caught the other one, so still sitting second shot, gets something in the house. It's kind of cleared up, opens up a path to that red one there on the shot. So it was a helpful result from them. Sometimes that's all you have to do. You can almost just throw it down there and see what happens, you know, and the harder you throw it, the more chaos there is. And sometimes that chaos pays off. That would overcurled a little bit. There's about half the stone available there. It's still a tight gap with that yellow guard up there, but you know, like we've been saying all night, these guys, these skills, they can squeeze it through there, so. They'd love to hold the shooter somewhere over behind those guards, but I think the most important would be just get this red one out of there. We'll get them and sit in a nice spot. They have the hammer, so they'll have an opportunity to go for a second one, possibly.
Right, I think the decision has been made. So, what call are we looking at right now?
I think we're gonna see the hit and roll here. Decent amount of weight on this one to squeeze it through that gap. They want to hit it fairly solid, just off the nose, and have it roll back out to the outside underneath that red stone. This looks to be a bit outside. They need this one to fall. Unfortunately not.
The guard, nope. That's an expensive miss.
Yep, that's going to allow Team Türkiye to try to draw something in. It opened it up. Not only did it hit the guard, it opens things up for a draw in there, potentially setting up a second one, or even just freezing and holding it in good position. So
It's wide.
It's a bit wide, yeah. It's starting to go, but that's not going to go enough.
Is this going to leave an opportunity for Hertman to do a double takeout with the way they're lined up there?
I believe so. And I believe just slightly off nose would be enough.
I think they're looking at options to take out that stone.
Well, I think that's their best bet because they need to try to get rid of that one at the top.
Yeah, they need to make points, so they're looking for options to score 2 points, and then the double takeout is going to be the call they need to make. They don't really have a choice to.
Their only option to score anything because they're not even sitting shots. So if this misses, then Team Türkiye will score yet another one.
Yeah. Sometimes it also makes it easier to make a decision because you're kind of forced into making the hard stone. It's like in poker where sometimes you're forced to go in, even though in another situation you would be scared to take that amount of risk. But now they're left out of options. They have to take the hard shots.
You have to wonder if his worried last takeout being wide, is that playing into his mind? He just took some of the ice off, so.
This looks okay. We'll have to see how this works out. This
gets
one
enough.
For yellow. Not 2 is 1. 1 yellow.
Well, good effort there.
Yeah.
Wanted to hit that one a little bit more on the nose so that shooter stayed, but it drifts out. But they do get themselves on the board.
That's the important thing. They're on the boards, and as we get closer to end number 8, maybe Team Türkiye is starting to smell the victory here, but they have to keep focused because one bad end could shift everything again.
Yep. So heading into the 6th end, Team Türkiye 5, Team Hertman 1. It's been a pretty good match. Team Türkiye just kind of let that one. They were in control of that end. They were really kind of pushing things around, doing what they wanted to. That bit of chaos, Team Hertman got them back into it, put them in a position where they could score. Coming up a little bit short on that stone from Team Türkiye, left Team Hertman in a position to get it out there and get that point. So they took advantage, and now it's time for Team Hertman to try to. They're gonna have to steal.
Yep.
They're gonna have to do a steal here, I think. Yeah, it's really been going back and forth, and I don't believe the scoreline does it justice, to be honest.
Yeah, you can. I'm saying this game is very dynamic.
Nacho still believes in Team Hertman. I love his confidence.
That's why you're a fan. I mean, you stick by your team, especially when they need the support.
Ooh, I just saw an update over on Sheet B. Team Otorizi stole another 2 in the 5th end, so they now lead it. Gotta do some math here. 9-1.
9-1, so that could be an early GG in that game.
Yep, one more end they have to play. On these 8-end matches, they're required to play at least 6. Because there's tiebreakers and things involved with ends won and points scored, so. Another Turkish fan in the chat. Good to see you.
Yeah, we have a lot of Turkish fans rooting for their fellow countrymen. How big is curling in Turkey? Because the national team is performing very good. The men, they are in the A division. I don't really know the kind of curling scene, how many clubs they have, and that kind of stuff, or how many players they have.
I have no idea. That is an interesting question. It's interesting to know. Ooh, nice stone here, a little bit shy, but it does give them a good opportunity to do something with it. I think we're going to see Team Türkiye just kind of put something over top, maybe peel it off. can see the Team Hertman wasn't exactly.
No, he was
happy with
apologizing for the stone, so we tend to be very generous with commenting and putting our diagnose, but these teams, they're very strict. Right.
Ooh. Peeks up out of nowhere, covers the camera angle. We have no idea what happened. Okay, there it is. Taps the yellow a little bit, sitting in front of the red, but now it gives Team Hertman an angle at getting that one out, but I think they're just going to try to leave this one on the nose. They don't have hammer, so they have to kind of build things up carefully. Okay, quick update on sheet A. Team Dala scored 1 in the 5th, so it is now 6-3 for Team Seoul over Team Dala as they head into the 6th end.
Team Dallas actually performing pretty good against a team that I consider to be one of the favorites to win this tournament.
This one's a little bit heavier than they would have liked.
Oh, look at that.
Squeezes
Look
through.
at that.
Nicely done, though.
Yeah.
Pretty shot.
Interesting shot.
And immediately the Turkish skip says, we just double this out.
Yeah. Yeah. And they can, of course, the way those stones are kind of lined up. That's a possibility. And if they manage to do so, that would be a possible candidate for shot of the match.
My finger is over the button.
Immediate sweeping there to keep the line. And that's a perfect double. Oh my god. Can't believe the quality of this team and the quality. I mean, if you're Team Hertman, you're playing actually a D and this happens. So demotivating sometimes. Curling can be a hard game. It's curling has no mercy.
We saw this in one of our doubles league matches earlier this season. You know, one team was playing well, but the other team was playing so much better, and it was just like, what do you do? Hands up in the air. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. And the only thing you can do is reset your mind back to square one, focus on your next stone. But if you're down in the 6th end and having a little bit of trouble with your stones, it's getting harder and harder to keep fresh mentally.
Yep, that's tough, and you'll see it. You'll see those little mistakes get amplified a little bit more just because you don't have that focus there. Just like there, that one went a little bit wide, a little bit deep. Gives Türkiye just another option there.
They're just gonna put another stone there in that little hill of stones. Serves as a guard.
Yep.
So it's look good.
Narrows that gap down. Like, you could squeeze a stone through it. He's looking at it. There's a gap there.
Do they feel confident to play these kind of stones? I mean, they still have 4 stones to play, but then again, they have to get rid of some of those red stones. They don't have hammer, so they need to find a way to squeeze in a stone behind one of the guards and then protect it. And in order to do that, they have to get rid of at least 2 of those red stones sitting in the red zone.
This one gonna hold out past that top guard. It does. It just catches that one, but that's not bad though. That's not bad. It splits things open.
You get him saying, Team Hertman, use your chaos. Maybe that's a nice strategy because you can't counterplay chaos.
Nope. The enemy can't defend if they don't know what you're gonna do, and especially if you don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
But that was it. That one's a good shot. That one, you know, they would like to have gotten that one through, but that one opens it up. It got rid of both of those guards. It's going to force Team Türkiye to kind of put something else there. They're looking at options here. Do they want to try to draw into the house next to those other two stones? So they just want to guard it up top.
We'll have to wait and see where this stone is going to pop up. There it is.
Nice
Nice guard.
A good guard there. Yep.
Very nice guard.
It's going to make it very difficult for that yellow one to run back. It's a long run and would only be able to get one now. So pretty good positioning there. Point wide. I still haven't been able to figure that out though. Some of this skips point wide just, or I don't know if they want the guy to sweep it to hold it wide, but
You need to sweep it for the weight. It has to get in there.
that's gonna have enough weight. Oh, that's gonna be a very nice
Beautiful
shot.
stone there. Beautiful stone. And
Oh,
it's third shot. Maybe they can still use it. Then they have to hope that Team Türkiye is
misses
unable
this one. Yeah.
to put a good guard out.
Wow, just a little bit short.
Oh, and so close. I mean, imagine if that would have been slightly harder.
Oh, that would have been fantastic.
You can't blame the sweepers. They're huffing and puffing.
They did some good work on that one.
Right, guard is coming in. Has to fall. I think they sweep for a line. Yeah, that guard's just sitting perfectly there.
Yep, yep.
Perfect guards.
Not a whole lot of options here for Team Hertman.
And what do you do now? I mean, you have that stone. But can you use the guard to maybe tap it a little bit better? That's also an option. I mean, as long as you give it that tap to move it and promote it to second shot or maybe first shot.
Yeah,
It could work.
I think that's what we might be seeing here.
I think so, yeah. I think that's what they're looking for. This slight touch could be enough. And difficult stone, but well, this is
They've all
top
been
tier
difficult,
curling. I mean,
And for Team Hertman, they've all been difficult.
at this level, sure that stone doesn't fall enough. Or
No,
if passing the guards, it's passing the guard.
got
And
it.
will it get the tap? Taps it. Oh, has a wrong angle. Oh, so
no.
unfortunate.
Oh, wow. What an effort there.
Man. It was so close. So close. And they know it. They know they were so close.
And that was not a high percentage shot there. Just to get that close was an incredible effort.
Imagine if that shot would have landed, and they needed it. They needed the points. Yeah, and then the job for Turkey is easy. Just avoid giving an opportunity for Team Hertman to retry that stone by adding another guard to the stack. We're looking to steal 2 here. What a pity indeed, Mats. What a pity.
There we go. I was just about to comment. This one doesn't seem to be falling, but there it goes. Nice little curl right at the end. Now, is there enough space to get around that yellow? Is that even an option anymore?
I'll have a quick look. It's hard to see though. Hard to see. Then they're looking to run back that front center guard there. I mean, that's still an option, but that would be a difficult option. But they don't have any easy options anymore at this point, so they have to look for the least difficult one. What do you do if you're Team Hertman? And how can you get that stone that's sitting right there on that 3rd shot position? How can you get it in a better position? It's nice to see some smile on. That's true. They keep up their spirits.
Yeah, there's the 3 yellows lined up in a row, but it's a long run back, and you have to be perfectly straight. It's not easy at all.
No.
So they're looking to see if this angle is going to be there from tapping the red. It's there, but the risk is that yellow one is... they have to be perfect on it. There's like no margin of error on this shot. Their own yellow is in the way.
Yep. So they're not opting to run back that front center guard.
Honestly, I don't blame them. It's not the easiest of run backs. It's a long way. You've got to go 3 in a row.
And imagine they don't have a hammer, so there's still an option if they miss something here that Team Türkiye can draw around on the other side and put a 3rd one in the house, and that's got 3 points. This is important.
Oh, just falls too much, lands on the nose and taps it away.
Yeah, so now Türkiye can draw for 3 now.
Yep. Yes, Matt's, that red one was equally difficult, but you take out the variable of you're only running 1 stone back to try to tap another one instead of running 1 back to tap another to tap another. So for me, it's you're taking some of that extra complexity out of there by going for it, but neither of those were really high percentage shots. Neither of those were going to be easy shots to make, so...
It felt like that stone was a bit the do or die stone for this game.
Yep. I feel like if... 3rd one, we're going to be seeing 8-1.
That could
after,
be
after 6, that could be handshakes. Very likely will be, because I don't see Team Türkiye giving up a big end to get back. So this one is going to draw in nicely. Just
very nice draw.
Raises the red, but
It's 3 red.
Sitting 3, and that is shaking of the hands.
GG. And
GG's.
scoreboards sometimes don't really represent the game. I mean, Team Hertman put up a very good fight. But yeah, they came short in crucial stones, kind of end-deciding stones or game-deciding stones, and that's how you end up with a scoreboard that looks like this. But they really don't deserve to feel that bad about the game. They just played against a very good Turkey here.
Yeah, the Team Türkiye is showing that they're
a candidate to win this tournament,
team
and
to beat. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing super well, and any team that's coming against them has to bring almost a perfect game in order to hang with them. It's just that they're that complete, I think. We're really seeing strong play from them, and it's going to be tough. So,
Yeah.
you know, they made a good team like Team Hertman look ordinary. They really did. You know, the score line is going to say 8-1, but I felt like it was closer than that. But you've got to execute. And that was the difference. Team Hertman just made the mistakes at these crucial moments. The chaos helped them get that end, but they ended up leaving an extra point on the end there. So really well played for Team Türkiye. They deserve that victory. And
you can see it also when they're kind of mimics and the way they're on the ice. They feel confident. They're a very good team. They kind of show it. You see that in all of their body language. And well, there's no surprise that they played a very good Euro A division with that 6th position and winning 4 games in the European Championships A division. That just proves that you're a world-class team, and they just show that tonight. And there's no shame in losing against a team that's putting so much quality on the ice.
Exactly. So that is the end of our coverage for matches today. We've got a quick update of what our schedule is going to look like tomorrow. So we're going to start out with Team Hungary against Team Rechless. We had Rechless on earlier, and they played a good match against Team Odorosi, who came down to the last stone, and they managed to take 2 in the last end to win it. So looking forward to that matchup tomorrow morning. And then the heavyweights. You know, this Team Türkiye is going up against Team Seoul. Team Seoul has been playing really well as well. So it's going to be a marquee matchup. Hopefully, you know, they're going to rebroadcast the match with the voiceover in Korea. So hopefully we get a lot of Korean fans watching that one. It's going to be right in their prime time. So really looking forward to tomorrow. Then after the afternoons, we'll have the quarterfinal matchups. And then on Sunday, you know, semifinals and finals. So
so tomorrow we enter the knockout phase. It seems like a big turn in a tournament, but basically since we have just 2 groups, an A group and a B group, and 4 teams of each group move on to the knockout phase, that basically means that the 5th team in Group A will leave the tournament, is eliminated, and will move on with the 8 other teams, but they have to play good games to find good seeding. I think if you're one of the teams that is not favorite, but you want to progress as far as you want again in this tournament, you might want to avoid playing against Turkey or Seoul, and then have a better seeding and see if you can progress in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. But anyway,
that's Team Rechless out of Group B is playing strong as well, so you don't necessarily want to face them either. So
absolutely,
I mean, when you're looking at the quality of this tournament, there's nobody you really look at and go, oh, this is an easy win, we want to play them. It's like, no, you just want to get out there and do your best and really struggle. So, or really not struggle. So, all right, you don't want to struggle in a tournament. That's bad. That's bad. So. You're muted. There we go. Okay, now
I'm not muted anymore. All right.
You're not muted anymore. Okay.
So I think we can conclude for today, and hopefully we'll see a lot of people tomorrow, and we'll have the Korean fans joining our stream tomorrow on their voiceover stream.
Of course, more Turkish fans.
More Turkish fans.
All curling fans. We want you guys all here. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a long 12-hour day for us. We're going to be coming back tomorrow to do another 12 hours, 4 more streams, and then again on Sunday. So, you know, follow us on our socials. We're on all of these. I don't know them by heart because I don't have my glasses. So, but I know we're on social media. We're Kurdia TV everywhere to find out more scheduled changes, updates, shots of the match. I've got a lot of candidates written down here, and I click my button. I'm gonna have a lot of videos to edit at the end of this weekend. But
yeah, true. But then again, that's only good. So see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Also, people saying hello in chat. See you tomorrow for good curling.
Bye-bye.
Bye.